Well, hello boys and girls, Sanjin here with another one of these robotics progress videos. And exciting news, I got one of these four-wheel drive rovers with, motor shield to work rather nicely with a remote control, like a really cheap one from eBay. But in fact, I can make it work with pretty much any remote control. And I figured out how to get this battery connector. So they're usually gold plated, but if you scrape them, you can solder stuff onto them, and so it connects pretty neatly. But let me show you how this baby actually can work. So I think advanced IR code. This is my Arduino code. Initially, I was trying to create a function that was going to read what this thing generates and then save it in an array, but it all proved a little too complicated. I managed to do it in a simpler way. So once I upload this, you're going to see that we use this remote control library, and we essentially print out whatever, in terms of in decimals, whatever it is that this sensor here, this infrared sensor, receives. And one of these sensors can be tested. You just press on the remote and the lights go on so that it's receiving a signal. Now, do I have actual serial print line? Yes, I do. So there's the screen, here's the remote. When I press a button, numbers come on. And it's kind of all weird and odd numbers, but basically you work out the code. You work out what number is generated by what button. And then you write a bunch of if statements based on these numbers. And you can code in straight, left, right, and backwards and make that as the off. So you write these four functions. And then I copied and pasted this into a larger piece of code, which essentially has a whole pile of functions that I made earlier for maneuvering this rover. So it's got, turn right, pivot left, straight forward, backward. And I, with this battery, this King Max being, I think 7.4 volts, but it shoots out a lot of current. So I've actually had to slow down the motors. Anyway, I'm going to upload this and show to you how it all works. Alright. So, here we are. The phone can't focus on both. We go straight, stop, pivot, pivot, pivot. So, it works. Go back, forward, back, pivot. Well, that's it for now. Projects in the future will include fine-tuned controls on the same type of controllers that are used on PlayStation. I've got one of them here, but in order to do that, we're going to have to get this guy working on radio frequency instead of the infrared module, which works rather well though. And as you've seen the codes on the computer, you could almost certainly get this to work with any remote under the sun. Alright, well, subscribe to stay updated with all new things, and expect a new tutorial on this sometime in the next week. Take care.